Hi guys, back again with one of these boring videos for you. Right, I'm going to try and run through what you guys can do on the website really quickly. I was going to break it down into the individual things, but everything follows the same format with this website. So I'm hoping by running through it really quickly all together, you'll get the gist of how the website works in general, because if you can grasp that, then you can do anything, because everything works in the same kind of way. So I'm going to try and run through. It's going to take me 10-15 minutes hopefully, so please bear with me. I'm doing this on the fly, so I apologise in advance if you find yourselves waiting around a little bit while I try and catch up with what I'm thinking. So let's start with something really simple. I'm going to do all of this on my Vale Junior Under 11 Viking site. So as managers, when you log into your site, these are the options that you're going to see on the left hand side of the page. This is in your dashboard. So when you go onto your website front page, you'll have this bar that appears at the top. Now this will only pop up on pages that you have an association with. So as you can see, if I just go back to the main website, now obviously as an administrator I have access to every site, so I have a massive list of everybody's site here, and I can manage your sites from there. But as managers yourselves, this will only appear on the sites that you have some affiliation with. So you'll go there and dashboard, and that will take you back here. Okay, let me just get that back to where I need it to be. So posts, this is for your general day-to-day news, change of training time, change of training location, whatever it is, the stuff that we have to communicate with parents and players throughout the days and weeks. So you go add new, and this will bring up this page. Okay, dead simple. Title, whatever it is, so change in training time. You don't write it all in capitals, I'm just doing this so it's clear on this this little video. So we are moving training to 7 PM. Okay, dead simple. That's your information, that's your title. This bit here, if you're changing your location and you want to add a map, then we click new map, it'll add in a new map. If you want to add an image, add media, you can upload from your computer, so it'll bring up your desktop. This is all stuff that's going on with Vale Juniors at the moment. It will then put them in your media library. Okay, so any image that you upload will be stored here in your image library, your media library, and you can use it at any point in the future then. So if we roll with something like that, just as a there, it brings it into the image for you. Okay, so if this is something to do with a game or some photographs, whatever it may be, whack them in there. To set a featured image, now this is the one that would appear at the header. Okay, so where the title goes, this feature image would go next to that title. Okay, so it's just filling boxes. That's this website. All we do with anything is fill a box. If you're not sure what the box does, have a go at it. Click it, put something in it, save it. It'll always bring you a link to whatever you've done up here. Okay, so to see where that box that you filled in has gone, click that, and it will bring up that page for you, which I'll show you in a second. This bit's pretty important for this. Okay, everything that you do here needs to go in latest news. Now I think I have set it that it uses latest news as a default category, just to be on the safe side. If you can always remember to click that, then we know that everything's going where it should go. Okay, this kind of stuff here will be on most pages. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, that's more for what I need to do to make sure that what we're putting on the website is good content, but you don't need that for things like this. If you can get these to go green, I would very much appreciate it, but don't worry about it. If you're not interested, click that and it'll just get rid of it. Anything that you don't want to use or you don't want to see, click this button and it'll get rid of it. Okay, so with that then we will go to publish. Now as you can see, this is set up with coaches information, a little bit of information there. Eventually I'm going to get everybody's page set up like let me just find it. I think it's this one. Yeah, no, it's not that one. See, this is where I said you would have to bear with me. I'm not even sure this is the right one either. I'm sorry about this, guys. Let me have a look. This is when, that 15-20 minutes. Yes, right, okay, brilliant. We got there in the end. Everyone's page eventually will be set up like this. So you'll have your little bit about your team and who you are, your coaching information. Now, everyone's set up as a coach, a basic coach. I'll show you in a minute. I want you to go in and put some information about you in there, photographs, things like that. If you have a league table, we can put all that there. Graham's put a little image thing here and some information on your home venue. Now, it's still a little bit rough and ready. It does need some more work still, but we will get there. But it is in a usable state now. So everyone's page will be like this. Going back to my under 11s, when we click that, it's published that link now. Okay, so if I refresh that page, anything we do will pop up here in latest news. So this will always stay the same, like Graham's site was then. It will always be the same. These little bits and pieces here will change. Okay, so it will have a link here, and we also have the latest news in the header, which again brings up things here. Now, the great thing about this website, and this is what I really want you to try and embrace with it, is this is your hub. Everything you do on this website, you only need to do it once, whereas now we have to do things on a website, on a Facebook page, we have to email things here, there and everywhere. Everything we do can be done from here. So we do it on the website, and then we click these buttons here under the posts, and we can share it to our Facebook group. Match reports we can email directly to the Chronicle. There's loads of things we can do directly from here, so it's hopefully going to try and save you guys a little bit of work. So we go into, when we click it, it just pops up with, that's the header image, so obviously that's a little bit big. The information when it was posted, and then the great thing about this as well is if a parent or somebody needs to say something about that, they can't make it, they're not going to be here, they can do it directly on there for you to see. So it just puts everything in one place basically. So that's posts. Rattle through that really quickly. The next one, probably the most important, is fixtures and events. Dead simple again. Anything we do is we add an event. Now with this, there is a couple of really key things that we need you to put in every time you do an event. We need you to here put in your age group. So if you are under 11s, as I am, and also Vikings. Okay, so Vale Juniors, under 11 Vikings, something along those lines. We know not everyone's going to do it the same, but if we can do something like that every time we do this, it'll help massively, and I will show you why shortly. So this will be Vale Junior Vikings under 11 versus whoever. Okay, your information about where to meet, whatever it may be, goes in here. On the website now, thevalejuniors.co.uk, we're pretty restricted in what we can put. We've got very little boxes and things like that for putting information in. Here you can put whatever you need. You've got as much space as you need, so you can put where you're meeting, what time squads are to arrive. Okay, who's on the brew stall, who's running brew stall, whatever it may be. There's loads of stuff we can put on there. Okay, again, dead simple. We'll fill in a box. When calendar, I don't know, 23rd of June. 23rd of June starts at 12:45, ends at 2:30. This is all just to show, okay? So you fill these boxes out, there's drop downs, you just click the buttons. Again, if you need to add images, it goes here, and a featured image here. So if we set a featured image for this one, there's the badge, okay? This is the most important bit here, okay? Not everybody's team's there just yet. We are adding them as we go, and we will try and make them in the correct order. They're a bit all over the show at the moment, but at the moment it's pulling them in alphabetically, so yeah, it's not looking too clever. But you need to select your site category, so this will be under 11 Vikings. It's a tick in a box, but it's a very important tick in a box. Anytime you do an event, it needs to be going in the correct category. Okay, where? We have added a few, like mainly the home locations. So we've got Backlane, it's already preset. You click it, it'll come up with the information and a map. Ideal if the opposition are using this information as well. Category, you can select this if you want to, it's not vitally important, but we'll go friendly on this one. And again, all we do is we hit publish. Now, this is where I need to show you why it's important to put some under 11 Vikings, for example, that kind of information. Okay, because all of these fixtures that we do automatically get put through to the main Vale Juniors website. So they'll appear here, what's going on. They're in date order, so this is the next one. As you can see, when you hover over them, it brings up a little bit further information. This is one for later on in the month. When we go into fixtures and events here, this is where it's going to help with pitch clashes and things like that. So we're going to try and add in another field here that shows the location. Okay, we're working on that at the moment, so everyone will be able to see who's playing where just at a glance, and this is why it's important for us to put which age group and what team we are. Here we have a teams list, so that little tick box that we put in, that is relevant to this here. Okay, so if a parent is looking on the main website, they just hit it and they want to see all of your upcoming events for your team, they will click your little team here, and everything that you've got upcoming shows like this. Now this is also how it shows, well, it will do on the websites. Now at the moment I've got mine set as a calendar view. I'm changing that because it just doesn't work. Okay, it squashes everything up, it doesn't make it look too clever. I'm going to set everybody's page so that it looks like this on their fixtures page. Really easy, really simple. You know, they click into, I mean, that's the location, and it'll take them to the location. It also then tells us what we've got upcoming at Backlane on what date and what time. So it's going to be great for monitoring pitch clashes and things like that. Again, they go back to here, and if they click on the actual event, it'll take them through to the correct website and directly into the event. So it's really good in the way it interlinks everybody. It's sort of going to bring everything together so we can communicate more efficiently on things like pitches. So that's events. Once you've got your events in place, if you need to edit them, you go to events, you just click that one there, and that will bring up all of your events. If you don't need them, bin them, edit them, whatever it may be, it's all there. Okay, next one, matches. Again, dead simple. I'm going to fly through this one because I'm mindful I don't want to bore you stupid. Add new match, whatever it may be. Use this for match reporting. Okay, as we do now with the Chronicle, we need to be careful about terms of publishing scores. We can't do that. If you're not able to publish a score, don't put it in here. There's no built-in feature with this software that allows us to withhold a score, so we need to sort of self-edit that, and if we're not allowed to publish the score for our team, we don't put a score anywhere on here. Okay, so there is features again, your match, who it was, the information about the game, your match report goes here. Okay, and then we can put in things like a result. If it's the older teams, they can put results in. You have to select things down here. This is where you guys are really going to have a little bit of a play with things and just get used to how everything works, because it would take me hours and hours and hours to run through every single finer point on the website and what it does. It's much easier for you guys to just go on, have a play, see how things pan out, get an idea for how it works. The great thing about this is everything's very, very similar. So once you start getting a grasp of how certain things work, it makes the rest of what you're doing really, really straightforward. So this would be your match report. It pops up on that link, so again you can check it. We're going to change this preview to review. The more information you put on here, the better this page looks. So if you use images and you are in the older age groups and you do use the options for cards in a game, scores, what time the goals were conceded or you scored, etc. It fills loads and loads of information out here. It's a really, really powerful piece of kit, this. It's probably a little bit too powerful for what we need, but for the older age groups and those that need to keep more of a track on what's going on, it could be invaluable. But it may be for the younger age groups, you don't need that kind of thing. But you know, use as much as you need to or as little as you need to. But the one thing we do really need you to do is use the website. A lot of us have put a lot of time and effort into this, and it's there for you guys to use and for us to show what the club's all about in one place. So your match preview or match review, whatever it is, goes here. Dead simple. These buttons are going to be your new best friend. Facebook, bang, share it to your Facebook group. Email your match report to the Chronicle. You do it all here, and then a few clicks of a button and it just gets fired off to all the relevant places. Rather than it taking you 20 minutes to do stuff, it's going to take you 10. So if you use it, it will save you some time, I do promise you that. So that would be your match reporting, and let me go back into here. Okay, next one is players. Now we have decided that this is okay to use, but there is some sort of caveats that go with that. Your players need to all follow the same format. Okay, every single player needs to go in exactly the same, no matter of age group. All right, and if you have a player in your team that cannot have their photo displayed on a website or used in promotional materials or anything like that, you know, the form that they fill in at the signing on, if you have anyone in your team that's filled that form in to say no, then we've decided that this function is not available to you and your team. It's not fair to do the rest of the team and leave one child out because they can't have their photograph displayed on a website. So if you do have that child in your team, then you know, don't use this feature. Let me know and I can remove it from the header and things like that for you, so it doesn't look like people are missing out on anything. Okay, surname only goes here. Information about the player, you can put a little bit of something about how they play here, that's fine, you know, pacey winger, amazing goalkeeper, whatever it may be, a little bit about how they play is perfectly fine. That can go in here. Okay, again, ignore all of this. This may be more beneficial again to the older teams for displaying season stats for whoever. Squad number is fine, you know, give them the shirt number. Nationality you don't really need. Position, you can set their favourite positions here, that's fine, no problem with that at all. The current team is obviously going to be the team that you're doing the player profile for. Past teams, we've not set that up. Competitions, we've not set that up. And seasons, we have set it up. You can put the seasons in if you want to. Metrics in terms of height, not needed. Weight, not needed. Anything that's personal information, like up here, we don't put anything like lives in Congleton, whatever it may be. It's a very generic thing that we're going to put in there. Photograph is fine as long as you have the permission for it. Again, we just set it as a feature image. The photograph does not go in this box here. We use this featured image there. Okay, so we'd go update, and then when it takes us to that player profile, this is how it will look. Okay, squad number, their surname, the photograph, position, who they play for, whatever information you've chosen, those drop down boxes will appear here, and then a little bit about them will appear there. Okay, on your page you have this Our Players link. Okay, they show up in list format. This is not allowed, this is, and again it just takes you back to that. So as you can see, everything is very straightforward. We fill out any box that's put in front of us for whatever we want to do, and it will just appear in the right places for you. Staff, this is where your profiles are. Fill these out, guys. You know, you guys do some really good work. You put a lot of time and effort into what you do. Sing about yourself a little bit, it's cool. So a little bit about you, your qualifications, courses, things like that you've done. You can fill again your info in here, nationality, current teams, who you are, teams you've had before, competitions, the years that you've been doing it. You know, fill it all out. Your contact details, you're able to edit these yourself. Photo, yeah, I'll leave that one with you, but you know, put any photo, preferably one of you in your Vale Juniors gear coaching, but I've just put that in there as a placeholder to show you where it goes, and we update that. So now when somebody goes into our coaches, that's not right, I'm missing myself off there, it's no good. Giving Ben far too much credit there. Right, okay, so you go into, someone will click on you and it'll tell them a little bit more about you. Okay, dead simple. We'll fill in boxes again. Now you'll notice on our page we have our sponsor. I can do this for any of you. Just drop me some information on the sponsor. Ideally we want a little bit from them about why they're sponsoring Vale Juniors. That would be ideal. There's plenty of room for their company information and things like that, but if we can get that little bit from them, that would be really beneficial to us. So when somebody clicks their logo, it will come up on their very own page about us. This is where I want to put why they're sponsoring Vale Juniors, as well as the about us, and a link to the sponsor's website. This is all trackable now. We've got analytics running all over the website, so we can see what sponsors are starting to get from us as a club, because although sponsors most of the time do it because they want to help and they want to, you know, put something back into the community, a lot of them do want to see some kind of return on what they've spent. So you know, the more we can offer them, the more likely they are to stick around and continue supporting the team. So yeah, sponsors information, email it to me. Email it to website at valjuniorsfc.com and I will get them added to your page. Make sure you tell me which team you are as well, because I'll be honest with you, with all this going on and doing all these websites, I haven't got a clue who manages who anymore. So yeah, let me know what team. That's pretty much it, you know. It's dead simple. You can't break anything. Fill in boxes and things will go to the right place. Make sure that you've been observant enough to put things in the right categories. It is still a work in progress, okay? We've not finished by any stretch of the imagination. So if things are missing or your team's not showing up for something, let me know. Just give me a shout and I'll sort it out for you as quickly as I can. Big shout out to Paul and Graham and Steve, who've helped me out massively with this. You guys honestly would not believe the amount of work that's gone into this website. So please do use it. It won't work unless we use it as a club. It's a great opportunity for us to showcase what we're all about. So not only will I be really naffed off because I've put a lot of time and effort into it if you don't use it, it's not going to work properly and it'll end up looking a bit rubbish. So it's there for you to use. If you get stuck, I'm more than happy to help you out. Just add me as a friend on Facebook or drop me an email, whatever. I'm pretty good at getting back to you eventually. So yeah, just get in touch if I can help you with anything at all, but start using it. Finally, before I go, one thing I have forgot, I told you I was doing it on the fly, is it's really, really important now to start getting your parents signed up to the website. This website is different, okay, from the old one. It's not going to send them regular notifications on when something new goes up. It's not going to wipe the backsides for them, basically. We've got to start letting them take a little bit of responsibility for what's going on as well. So if they can't jump on the website once a week and just check if there's anything new, then there's a bit of an issue. But what we need them to do, let me log out. Right, okay. This is the Main Vale Juniors website. Please click here for registration info. I've tried to explain to them that they need to register on your team site. Okay, I've even given them a little bit of information on how to find it. Find your team in the Our Team section and navigate to that site. You will then see register on the right hand side of that page. So basically after this, I want them to do that. I don't want them to fill this in, but we cannot hide this because it's part of a system that we've got running. Okay, if they sign up to this, they won't get anything from you personally from your website. So if you need to send an e-shot out or anything like that to your parents, if they don't sign up directly on your site like this, then they will not get that information. And as you can imagine, with all of these teams, I don't have the time to go rooting around the users and making sure they're allocated to the right site. So when you're asking your parents to register this for the site, make sure you give them the direct link to start off with. Okay, so please register on our new website. Your link will be here. Give them that, and then it's just register here and they will auto assign to your website then. So this is basically a network, and the network will only work if people are in the right place. So try and get that through to them. I know it's going to happen where we have the wrong one. If you do know somebody signed up incorrectly, let me know as quickly as you can, and I'll try and find them and really allocate them. Wicked, that's it, I'm done. I'm going for a beer, and then I'm going to crack on and do a bit more on this. I'm not going to bore you with any more videos unless somebody comes up with something that I've missed out completely and I need to do another one. But hopefully that's the end of my dulcet tones for you guys, and have a great weekend.